Hello and welcome to Shining a Light on Reiki. This is episode 29. We're working on finish work. And my name is Janae Robinson, and I'm here with the fabulous and beautiful Debbie Collins.
You can Hi, everybody.
She's one of my favorite people on the planet. So
that's so nice.
I get all giddy. Yeah.
You are mine too.
Hey.
We do. It's so amazing how we even got here, right?
Oh my gosh, for sure.
Amazing. Two different states meet through the internet, through a group that's from another state.
Yeah.
The whole thing. Yeah. Well, Lori Opal is the facilitator, right? She facilitates a lot of different beautiful people coming together. And so this would never even have been without her.
It's so true. And
amazing.
I love, I've adopted the butterfly.
Oh,
I met Lori through the butterfly experiment that she did. And so I just feel like we were just in our little cocoons watching each other come out. Oh, look at that. That's from that cake.
It is. It's a little gold butterfly that was on a cake that we had at Janae's home when I was coming through Idaho. And it sits on my desk. And so, yes, the butterfly, definitely. And that's been coming up a lot too, the butterfly, and that's finished work, right?
It is. Totally. Totally finished work. Yeah. So here we are. And
we are going to clean up some stuff today and finish up. It's going to be amazing.
It is. So hold on tight.
Put a seatbelt on.
Yeah. And so what came up for me was how important it is to not neglect your spiritual path. Mm-hmm. And growth is hard. You think it's easy for that caterpillar to get out of that cocoon? Heck no. It is hard. And it's hard for a reason, because it has to pump all of the blood into those wings in order to fly. And so when we are neglecting our spiritual path or our growth path, then what starts to happen is life just starts to hit us blindly. Mm-hmm. And we get thrown off course. But when we are cognizant of that spiritual path, our direction, where we're going in life, then when things hit us, it's like, oh, what is this? Mm-hmm. And something hit me this week, and I went home and I pulled a card, because I was at my wit's end. I was like, I just need to pull a card and just see what this is. And it was like, celebrate it. And I started laughing because I was like, yeah, I need to celebrate this. Mm-hmm. I'm aware of it. I can see the growth that I need.
I don't know how to line.
Yeah, the finish line. Mm-hmm. And so I thought that was so interesting. And I immediately booked an appointment with a spiritual advisor. So it's like, no, I'm not letting this go. I'm taking the bull by the horns, making my appointment, which I had today, mm-hmm. and to help me walk through the process of, okay, how can we get this taken care of? What is it? What exactly is it? And the breadcrumbs just kept coming, they just kept coming. Yep. And that brought me to really, how are we building our spiritual circle? Debbie's part of my spiritual circle, and we have each other's back. And I love that. I mean, I can literally talk to Debbie about anything. I can talk to you about anything. Mm-hmm. I don't feel judged. I don't feel like, well, Janae, you should really know this by now. You didn't that. That never comes out of Debbie's mouth. She's just like, okay, let's see what's happening.
What is this? Let's fix this. What is it?
Yeah, what is it? And we need to have that. So I do have a meditation that we'll do a little bit later on, building that spiritual circle. And
Right.
lastly, is the reminder to, we can't, well, we shouldn't, well, I don't even want to use that word either. Emotional regression. Be careful of emotional regression. Because what I realized in this event that had happened was that there is a part of me that is emotionally immature.
That's exactly right for me too. And I
Is
wouldn't even, that would have never even, we didn't even talk about that earlier. But that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, there's this emotional immaturity because
Emotional.
the emotional regression that happened with my lineage. Okay, my great grandfather, my grandfather. This one goes down my mother's line and then into me. That never got addressed. It was this walking on eggshells. This too afraid to have confrontation,
Mm-hmm.
and me just handing my power away, just handing my power away, handing my power away, because that's what I saw my mother do. I saw my grandmother do it.
Mm-hmm.
And
And we
that's what
all have that. We all
we,
have trying to keep the peace and, don't poke the bear and, the whole thing.
yeah,
So, yeah, I love the emotional immaturity though, because I can't even tell you that hit home. That's all it is.
what it is. It's the emotional immaturity that, so
So
now you have
interesting.
an opportunity to mature, right? Like,
Right.
uh, we were talking earlier. I hope you don't mind. Like Debbie and I, we're still in our 50s, but
Hmm.
we're getting closer to
The
the next,
next.
the next. And nobody needs to know the dates. Nobody needs to know the ages, but we're getting, we're getting closer. So you would think that, oh, we've got it all together, right? But
Yeah,
no,
no.
still immature. We still have these
Absolutely.
immaturities. And if we're neglecting our spiritual path,
Yeah.
then we're just falling and we're down spiraling right with it, and nothing changes. We want everybody else to
Yep.
change. Blame comes out and all this stuff. And how dare they, right? How dare they?
This
How
is so powerful. I can't even tell you. I'm just sitting here in awe of how, yes, our age, you would think that we would have this done, right? Because we've done this work so many times, and the spiritual path is spiral. So you do come back to things that need to be cleared more or different level, whatever. But you and I keep feeling like this is the finish, right? This is the end of this particular thing. And just knowing that we have emotional immaturity um, already fixes that, because we haven't ever done anything wrong. We haven't reacted incorrectly. We've acted our age. Because
I love it.
we
Yes.
we don't we know how they say, oh, what is the saying, I don't even know how to put the words together. It's don't beat yourself up for something you didn't even know. I don't know how you say that. We were only 12 in maturity, right? Well, you don't know the 50 whatever year old. You're you're kind of stuck at 12,
Yeah.
right? So you can't be upset with you can't be upset with yourself anymore because you didn't know anymore. You only knew that. So today's going to clear that.
Yeah. We're going to clear it today.
I'm looking for 13, 14 at least. If I
Just,
can get
yeah.
to something,
Any,
bring
any
me
up
up
level.
to emotional maturity.
Yeah. Well,
I'm looking for the wise one. I want the wise one
that's what
maturity.
it is, the wise one. So
Yes.
this is hard because it's a podcast, so you can't see what I'm doing. But if you are someone that's visual and you can draw um, like a rectangle with the long side on top, the short sides on the sides, like,
Hmm.
right?
Oh, okay. I went the
So,
opposite.
yes, not like a
Okay.
pillar, but it's like It's like laying down, the triangle's laying down.
Okay.
And then what I want you to do is draw little squares out of one side like that.
Okay, so outside of that, you're going to put little squares next to
Yeah.
it.
So
Okay.
it's like looking at a cigar shape, and then I
Right.
just put three little squares like puffs of smoke. If you know,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
what I'm. Okay. So the large rectangle is us and just where we are.
Right.
And then little squares represent our growth. So we grow and it's like, oh, here I am. Oh, grow again. Oh, now I'm in the next square. And we have this progression, right? And it's like a chain that just goes on out. So when if you draw another rectangle below it,
Mm-hmm.
let's say that there was no growth, like this is our deficit, right? So there's a gap.
Yeah.
You could draw a line up here and there's a gap. So this is our 12-year-old self
Mm-hmm.
because we didn't mature in that area. We didn't have the growth in that area. So now we have a gap.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for us to jump all the way to here, like you said, I don't want the 50 something, whatever, right?
I'll
Too big.
take wherever I'm supposed to be. That's what I'll
Yeah,
take.
it's too big a gap. And you can use this even in relationships with other people. You can say, okay, well, here I am, and I've had all this growth,
Yeah.
but maybe here's my partner or a parent or a sibling. They haven't had the growth. So there's a gap.
Right.
So we kind of have to bring in the grace and say, okay, there's a gap here. I know that this is not going to be this finished work
Mm-hmm.
that we're doing is top notch finished work. Number one, we're going to have the best finished workers coming into
Right.
our, right?
Yeah.
And they're going to be carving and polishing and marbling and,
Well,
you know,
who is the greatest carpenter ever?
oh, we don't, Jesus, right? He's doing the finished work, right?
He's doing the finish work.
He's doing the finished work.
Yes.
And so we just want to be mindful of the gap that, there's a gap there in where we do not have the maturity.
Absolutely.
And it's hard because it can be this learning curve and it can take a while because my trigger, what happened to me doesn't happen all the time. It only happens once every couple of years.
Yes.
And so then all of a sudden I'm like, damn it, it got me again. It got me again. I'm still doing the same thing.
But I've been trying is not a good word. See, I went right into the matrix again. But yeah. I've been working on clearing when that shows up, right? Anytime there's a trauma response or a boundary issue, or I have feel like somebody's personally attacking me or something. Any kind of thing like that, I have been clearing everything that I can clear. And then when it shows up again, on just you saying the emotional immaturity, I'm like, well, how would I clear something I don't even have? So it's not almost a clearing, it's almost an attunement, a ceremony to bring in all those downloads that we need to bring our emotional maturity up to where it needs to be. And all that other stuff was just trying to keep us down.
For sure.
Right? Does that make sense?
Well, it does. And that's
when you react instead of respond, and then, we've done that work, right? And we know how to do the work, but if we haven't gotten ourselves where we need to be mature wise, that's huge.
Because we need the experience. Chaos. We need the life experiences. And if the life experiences don't show up all the time every day, because we're not triggered every single day, hopefully.
No, not anymore.
Not anymore. And so when it does come, sometimes it just catches you by surprise.
Yeah.
But what happened to me this time was, I prayed and I said, I don't know what to do with this. I'm going to bed. Mm-hmm. Let me know tomorrow, let me know.
Guide me.
Yeah. And it took a couple of days this time. It was this morning where there was this reminder of this writing that I had, that my mom had done. Mom had done this writing, and literally it spells everything out. Everything that I needed to know to solve this
It's right
problem
there. Yeah.
was in that story. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is what I did not mature in this area because it's a generational thing that was passed down and passed down and passed down. And then I probably passed it down too. So,
Oh, there's
um,
no doubt we did that. There's no doubt.
oh, no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so beautiful though, because we know what it is now. And so
Yeah.
it has no power over us. And so anybody that listens to this, won't have any power over you. It's whatever negative forces are trying to stop us from really being in our power, they're not going to be able to. It's done.
It is done. And it
It's
might trip me
so done.
up, like it's tripped me up a couple of times,
Oh yeah.
but every the refinement, that finish work was happening even back then. I just didn't know it, right?
Right.
It had already started. The finish work had already started.
Yeah. Well, if you go into the now energy, it's always been there. We just too busy in our own lives to understand that. But I'll tell you, up until the moment you said emotional immaturity, it wasn't going to finish. Those two words finish it for me.
Wow. Beautiful.
I didn't have what I needed. So I do now.
Yeah.
It's mind blowing. I really just want to sit here for like an hour and not say a word, but that would be good for a podcast. So.
Right. And into it. And we are going to do a little meditation. So you can sit with it in the meditation for sure.
Absolutely.
But the meditation really is building that spiritual circle, because
Mm-hmm.
we need to have people in our lives that we can talk about this stuff with. If we are living superficially in the 3D still, right? Way back in the 3D, then we're never going to scratch the surface
No.
and get to these things if we're not able to be uncomfortable. Like I was really uncomfortable and I'm like, ugh. But
No, it is because of course it would be if we
yeah,
don't have the maturity. Of course it would. Yeah, it makes total sense.
it does.
But I can't even tell you how um, just knowing that has just cleared it. It's like, oh, you've been there the whole time. And
Yeah.
it's generational for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
It feels like it's probably generational for everybody. That's
Emotional immaturity is generational because
it's generational.
we
Yeah.
learn from our
And
family.
so it's nobody's fault
No.
as far as where you learned it from or didn't learn, right?
Yeah.
Where we
Yeah.
didn't learn, because we all have it. But oh, what was I just going to say? Um, it was placed upon us somewhere. So forgiveness,
Yeah.
right? Uh,
Yeah.
wherever it came from, we forgive you. You are
Yes.
released. You are now released.
And isn't that the peace that Christ brought down,
Mhm.
was the forgiveness that we tend to have a hard time with? It's probably one of the hardest things that we're called
Because
to do.
we've been lied to about it. That's why.
Yeah. Tell
Because,
me more.
well, I mean, in just day-to-day life, right? I'll never forgive that person, right? You've heard that. Um, I will take it to the grave. That person will,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You get so angry at specific people. Um,
And do
and
you think that's the emotional immaturity?
I believe that yes, and that we've been lied to about the power of forgiveness. That it's not that you're just saying, "Oh, you can just walk all over me." It's no, you don't get my power. I'm still
Yeah.
not going to forget what you did, but I definitely will forgive because I can't. You can't be whole without forgiveness. So, um, and you don't have to call up everybody and say, I forgive you, I forgive you. You just do it internally. It's between you and God. So nobody ever has to know.
Yeah.
Um, there might be specific people that I know that recently somebody I know um, reached out to someone that they needed to know they were forgiven for something years and years and years ago, and that it completely freed this person. So, I mean, there are times that you would want to, but I mean, for this, we're just forgiving ancestral trauma, chaos. You can call it curses, whatever you want to call it, right?
Yeah.
Whatever
There are
word
people
makes it.
that brought this into our lives that
Who
aren't
did
here.
this?
They're not even here.
Right.
Right?
So,
So,
so I forgive them because, and
yeah.
that whole line will be cleared.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
Big.
is about time.
It's about time. Because we need to grow up.
I'm taking my maturity. I'm
Right?
and I don't know where it's going to leave me, but I know that it'll be challenged again.
Oh, yeah. But
Challenged again.
not on the same level.
Not on the same level. It's like I'm going to take those strides and take those strides, and I'm going to keep adding those boxes
Hmm.
to my rectangle in my personal growth. I want to go as far as I possibly can with that. I want to
Because
be the
we
wise.
are God's treasured possession.
Yes, we are.
Mhm.
You know, take a breath with that for
Right?
sure.
Even
Yeah.
when we were emotionally immature, we
Yes.
still were.
We have potential. Everybody has potential.
We were the masterpiece.
That's right. That's right.
Love it.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Okay.
What do
Awesome.
you think?
I think so too. I feel
Yes.
like I'm ready. And
Mhm. We need to like really anchor it into our heart. So we did bring a heart chakra bowl. Yeah.
Debbie's going to play the bowl. Oh, listen to that.
Doesn't it sound like church? Does it
It
sound like
does.
church to you? It sounds like
That's
church to me.
like church bells today,
Yeah.
which is so funny.
Right? So do you
Yeah.
want me to play it before or after?
Um,
Or
just use
just
I just use your intuition. Like I'm really enjoying the sound of it right now. So maybe let's start with it for sure. And then you can, if there's a pause or whatever, and you just feel led to play, then I'll give you some space.
well,
And this will give
let's
people an
open it up
yeah,
with it.
put it up and
So what I like to do, if anybody has singing bowls at home, and I mean, I just intuitively do it. So I always go clockwise first to open it up, and then to clear energy, I'll go counterclockwise. And then after that's done, then I will do clockwise again. And the difference of the sound, you know it's done. Like it's just so we'll just do a little bit going clockwise. I already felt the energy shift. So, so that opens it up. And then we'll do a little bit of clearing, and then you could go into yours. And then once you're done, we'll finish it up and see what the sound is. So we'll get the clearing energy going. It's really beautiful. You hear it? Like
it's off energy.
soft, very soft, which is finish work, right?
Yeah. Have this soft energy that Debbie's played. So she's opened everything up. Our Reiki is on. She did this beautiful clearing. And so, as you are in this meditation, whether you're laying down or sitting down, just find yourself in the center. So, maybe you can envision a circle that you're sitting on and you're in the center, or maybe you're just within the center of yourself, however that feels in your body. And as you find yourself in the center, connect to your breath and connect to just hearing your breath. So maybe that is doing a little bit of like the Darth Vader breath, the Ujjayi breathing in yoga. If you're not familiar with that, then making that sound like you're breathing like Darth Vader would breathe is a good way to just hear your breath. And as you are listening to your breath and centering within yourself and sitting on this circle or laying on this circle, begin to bring attention to the crown of your head and the root of your body. So that might be the tailbone or even the feet. And as you breathe, allow the energy just to come up and down the body. Crown to root, up and down the body. And this energy could be fast or slow. Your breath might change. Just go with what is there. But align to those chakras, really align to the clearing energy that Debbie played with that bowl to just clear those chakras, get them in balance. And then start to shift the energy directionally. And, use your imagination here, north, south, east, west. It could look like a torus, which is a geometric pattern. It could literally look like a star, just, going through the coordinates, or a compass. And begin to connect to the energy that way as well. And allow that to slow and settle. And as you are in this circle, and your eyes, you can close them or look down or keep them soft. But I want you to envision that you're within a circle of a lot of different people. They could be alive, they could be dead, they may be faceless. And find yourself hand in hand. And everyone else in this circle is hand in hand. And allow the Reiki to surge through, hand to hand, this circle, all around you, this circle. And you're part of the circle. And your circle, it might be a large group. It could be a very small one. It really doesn't matter. Go with what is showing up with you right now. And I also want to remind you that there are people in the circle that you haven't met yet. Because there are going to be people in our lives. We're creating a spiritual circle here that we haven't met yet. And so they might be the faceless ones, right? And so don't fear that, like, oh, there's a bunch of strangers here, because they're not. They're not strangers. You know every single one of them. And if you want to bring in Christ into the center of the circle. Let him orchestrate the finished work that needs to be done. And allow his light to really shine through the circle to outside of the circle, above and below as well. And maybe just like that compass or that north, south, east, west, allowing the spirituality light to come in and just envelop your spiritual circle. And then start to bring in the feelings of support, of love, acceptance, peace, optimism, respect, and playfulness. Bring in all of those feelings: support, love, acceptance, peace, optimism, respect, and playfulness. And begin to feel the energy of these connections in this spiritual circle. And as this energy of these feelings are swirling around, pull the energy back into your chakras. Crown to root, all of the chakras, pull in that energy. And then allow the energy to move into your heart. And as the energy settles into your heart, I'm going to have Debbie play a little bit more. Allow really that healing, that sealing, that Reiki energy, that Christ energy, your spiritual circle, building that into your life, creating a atmosphere of growth, of blooming, and that finish work. And so take a few breaths as you really just feel that energy. Notice if you've felt a change within yourself, if there were other words that came up, or if you want to journal, take some time to take care of yourself here. Whenever we use sound, it's important to drink a lot of water, even when you're doing Reiki, is to drink your water. I noticed within myself, my throat chakra started to clear.
Oh, nice.
So I had to put myself on mute for a minute because I was like, oh my gosh, like my throat chakra is clearing. Mm-hmm. And so don't be surprised if little things like that start to happen when you're working with the chakras.
Yeah.
Because yeah, for me, it was, oh, that's the spot. It was throat to my heart was what I had determined. And so when I started coughing, I was like, of course, you know, that's
I
what
was
it is.
yawning.
Yeah, you were
I couldn't
yawning.
stop yawning. Still.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's good. Yawning, coughing, sneezing, crying. There's something that even moving around in a, like just your neck and your shoulders, your hands, all of that's clearing. So that's good.
Yeah, it really is.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
That was very good. Yeah.
Awesome.
Did you notice the difference in the sound of the
I
bowl?
did immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Okay. Yeah. I did too, but I'm not sure how it comes across,
Yeah.
on the recording. So,
Right.
yeah, here it was definitely, yeah, it's
It was
done.
bright. It was really bright. Yeah, it is done. It is done. It is done for sure. Yeah, it is done.
Thank
Amen.
you for the lessons, huh?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, do you have any closing words at all for today? I feel very complete.
I think that's just where I'm at. The finished work is done. Um, the trauma responses feel done. Chaos doesn't, like, what is that anyway?
Yeah.
I'm not, it just doesn't make sense. Boundaries, yes, easy, feel easy. Personal attacks, anything you feel is like personally attacking you verbally or whatever, something, words, they don't belong to us, so why would we take that on? So I really feel that, when you called in Christ, that's really, that's just the way. That's just, Jesus is the way. It just
Yeah.
felt complete. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Just let that permeate.
with Christ's energy and Jesus, there is no worry about anything.
No, he's the
Yeah,
intercessor.
yeah, there isn't. It just doesn't feel necessary anymore. If Does that make sense?
It
Yeah,
does.
I don't know where a next trigger would show up because it feels so foreign.
Yeah. We matured, Debbie.
We
Like
matured
you,
today.
our listeners witnessed our maturity in lifetime.
Because the teachers are always the students.
That's right. That's right. So if
Yes,
we
we
can do
did.
it, you can do it too.
I feel very mature right now.
Yeah, it's like settled.
A childlike maturity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you still have that, but that's fine. But yeah, mm-mm.
It's beautiful.
Very peaceful, very peaceful.
Well, let's
Love it.
sign off and say
Yep.
goodbye. Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Thank you. We'll see you for episode 30
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
soon.
Bye.
Bye.